Hey, I'm Deidre Detterman, host of the Do It My Way podcast, where we empower women business owners and CEOs to do business on their terms with no regrets, hesitation, or fear. I'm obsessed with all things marketing. I started my career in television, and I remember sitting in countless meetings, listening to executives talk about things that needed to change, but they never did. I was always thinking, what if we did it my way? Once I became an entrepreneur and I started living life on my terms, working the hours I want to work, making the money I want to make, I started to feel success. I was finally in control of my destiny. I hope you will join me on this journey discovering how you can do it your way. You're going to love my next guest, Alyssa Hobbs. She took the lowest point in her life when she was 13, lost all of her hair, propelled that to a massive career and industry in the med spa and salon business. Alyssa, I'm so happy to have you here. You are absolutely one of my favorite people that I've met in the last year. And it's been a year, I think,
right?
Since we joined EO.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we met through Entrepreneurs Organization.
Yes.
And we are part of a forum together. And the audience has heard me talk about EO because it's something that's like near and dear to my heart. And I think it really is great helping, businesses launch and grow and all the things. But we laugh because our little forum is we're kind of the breakfast club. Honestly, could not be any more opposite. Age range from some, 29 to 55, which I'm not 55. Let's just get that out. Wasn't me.
Yes, no.
Close, but no, but it has been just a great group to get together and, just really help each other with business. And I have so much respect for you. Just, we've traveled together. And if you want to find out if you are compatible with people, just travel with them.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
You can find out all the things. But I just love getting to know you, and I have so much respect for you. And I'm so excited to just kind of dive in today and learn more about Hobbs and what you're doing and other businesses that you're starting. And you just really are inspirational. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to dive right on in.
Absolutely.
Because I know you well. And so I want to kind of just to take me back to the time when you first started to experience hair loss. And just share that journey with us.
Yes. So the whole everything where Hobbs comes from and my goals and everything comes from a personal testimony of my alopecia journey. And it actually, this Memorial weekend was my 20-year anniversary of my little bald head.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, wait a second, I've got a tattoo on the back of my neck and I put the year, it says Beauty's Only Skin Deep 2005. So it's always my reminder of what year it happened. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hit my 20-year mark. So, and also the salon side, my hairstylist found my bald spot. I was getting my hair done for my cousin's wedding. About a quarter-size bald spot.
And you were 13, 14?
Right. I was 13 going on 14. Yeah. So mind you, this is the summer going into my freshman year of high school. Through 8th grade, summer, had to start my freshman year in a wig. And so it was that quarter-size bald spot. She kind of calls my mom over secretly and is like, pss, pss, we're headed to the wedding. She's doing my updo, and everything. And then go to the pediatrician. I get diagnosed, and with 2 weeks, I don't have a single hair on my body. So it was very rapid. It was, there's several different alopecias, and I had the universalis, so it was head to toe. And
I didn't realize that. So some people just have it.
Yes, the areata. Okay. And then there's even just genetic. You can even get alopecia, postpartum alopecia. Okay. A lot of moms know that through all that hair loss you're seeing in your brush and everything. It's even could be a form of alopecia. And so the hair loss community of everything you could go through, just through cancer or just genetic, through family issues and everything, like anything could cause hair loss. But the alopecia community was, of course, part of my journey with that. And it was just crazy because it was literally within 2 weeks, I went to church camp and then my mission trip with my church, and I came home in a ball cap with no hair.
I can't even imagine. I mean, if you think of that time in life, there's not a more insecure, just not sure of yourself, age 13, 14, your body's changing, you've got hormones flying, and your hair of all things.
Yes.
I can't even imagine going through that time.
It was a whirlwind, and I always joke that my mother could tell a completely different story of this. I think I was amazing and handled it so tastefully as a teenager, but obviously there were the highs and the lows, absolutely. We sped forward through a lot of treatments. My mother was amazing and really just kind of started networking with any doctor that would focus on it. It was still a little bit, which I think it still is, it's very... people don't have a lot of knowledge on it and have rarely heard of alopecia. And so, I did all the injections, I did all the creams, I did all the, it's autoimmune. So, she's doing all these pumping vitamins and me doing all these things. And I just was like, wearing a wig's not that bad. So I chose to really stop all those treatments and just kind of embrace the wigs.
I mean, and back then wigs weren't great. Like, let's just talk about...
Oh my God, the evolution of my wigs is top tier. Like, we finally figured it out. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, to go, and did you just tell all your friends? You were just upfront? And I mean, did you make a joke about it? Did you tell everybody in advance? Like, I can't imagine showing up freshman year and you're like, I have new hair. Like, it obviously looked different than your hair did before.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yes.
how did you handle that?
My team of girlfriends was amazing during just my close friends through childhood, and then my cheer girls and everything. They really had my back. I was definitely not comfortable. I acted like nobody couldn't tell that I had no eyelashes and my eyebrows painted on pretty much. And
because back then, now we've got the tattoo and the lashes,
and
yeah, that wasn't a thing as much.
No, it wasn't. And the amount of different eyeliners I tried that wouldn't smudge because I didn't have lashes to catch it or anything. And so that was definitely trial and error. Finally kind of figured that one out. And then thank goodness for the microblading and everything of the eyebrows. But my team of friends and everything, they had my back. I was quiet about it, but the people that knew, and they protected me. And anytime anybody was wanting to be nasty about it, oof, they got them.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And that shapes who you are. And look at you now. You took your worst moment in life and made a successful business out of it, which is just ironic.
Yes.
So at what point did you say, okay, I think I want to go to cosmetology school. I think I'm going to do hair. I want to do, what got you into that?
Ever since I was young, like all my birthday parties and everything were pretty much beauty themed. So it started at a very young age of just the passion behind makeup and hair and everything. And then it was like my junior, senior year, I had like 18 girls at my house doing hair and makeup and getting them all ready and everything. And
and you were doing all their hair and makeup.
Yes.
They're like, wait, we need you to do it for
Yes. It was like, you never forget your first makeup counter experience. My dad took me to MAC.
Right.
And like let him do my face, and I got to buy everything. And it just, after that, I was game over. I needed to do it all. I wanted to be hands-on. I enjoyed it. I was decent at it. And so that really, it was like junior, senior year, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
The industry wasn't as big then to where my family had a lot of pushback. They're very corporate. And, I wanted to go to a trade school, and that was just not okay or unacceptable. So, but I fought for it pretty hard, and then I ended up in cosmetology school.
I mean, incredible. I love that. So does everyone in your life know that you have a wig? I mean, do you think, is it like common knowledge, like everyone at Hobbs and all of that? I mean, obviously your employees, but your clients and stuff like that? Or is it something where people are surprised by it?
I think that still always surprised, or they even forget, like, you know what I mean? Or if they then they just stare at me for a long time after we're talking. They're like, I just can't believe that's a wig.
Right.
They're just in awe. But I do take my hair off frequently at work and everything. And so it is a conversation starter too. Everyone kind of has somebody in their life that is experiencing some sort of hair loss. And so I always do like to bring that awareness. Anytime she gets a little annoying or a little hot, or, it just, or needs a bath. Like, take her off. And so I do really enjoy being able to represent the bald head at Hobbs.
Okay, I have to ask. I know the wig goes on and off, and I've seen you without it before. How hard is it to go on and off? Like, are you comfortable?
Let me show you. So literally today, because I knew maybe I didn't glue her or anything, but she just peels right off. And into the hand.
Is she not gorgeous? Like, absolutely beautiful. God made you with a beautiful head because he knew, right?
I do joke with that too.
Yes.
I'm like, he's like, listen, I'm going to take your hair, but you're going to look good without it. Yeah.
And sometimes, like, how often in life do you go without a wig?
Honestly, I think every year it's the more and more comfort and everything. It was funny. We were at like a staff pool party and everything, and I'm like a mermaid with all my hair, having it off, just having a good time. And so really, honestly, summertime is going to be rare where it's on my head. It's pretty hot.
It is hot.
It feels like a beanie kind of sitting on your head all the time.
Absolutely.
So I'm doing more and more without it.
Okay, so if you didn't glue it today, if you walked around without glue, are you fine? Like it's not going to, I mean, obviously you're not doing anything crazy, but just going throughout your day, you can just have it on.
Yes.
So literally 5 minutes, put it on, go out the door.
Oh, not even. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And this hair is just gorgeous.
Yes. She's great. She's Brazilian.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Well, you look amazing and beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm just like so in awe of you.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I will say one of my favorite stories was we went to Scottsdale with our little EO group, and we were hanging out the first day, having the best time. The next day, we're going hiking. And I didn't think about it, right? But to work out or do a hike or whatever, like hair is going to be, that's tough.
Yeah.
To wear a wig. And you showed up at breakfast and you were walking through the thing, and I kind of looked over and I was like, who's that girl? She's real pretty. And I'm like, that's Alyssa. You didn't have your wig on.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, oh, that's Alyssa. And the confidence that you had walking through there, and all these people are staring at you, not because you didn't have hair, because you're absolutely gorgeous and you have so much confidence, and you just walked in there and sat down, and I thought, and you have the prettiest head. First of all, I'm like, no telling what my head would look like, the bumps and the waves and whatever. Like, you have just a really pretty, perfect head. And just the fact, I mean, right then I'm like, that girl is a baddie. Like, I mean, to walk in here and just own it and be like, you know what? It is what it is. I just had so much respect for you during that moment.
And of course, that comes with time. Like I said, it was like the 20-year anniversary and everything, to where I think of my younger years and stuff. But it was, the power of the bald head has been amazing for my life. Yeah. And I love getting to, what I do selfishly is I take her off so she doesn't get all messed up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm like, we have reservations later. She can go for a hike. So set her aside for those activities. And that's the best part, honestly, is that she stays perfect so I can go do those adventures.
Absolutely. Now, do you have several that you wear?
I used to always rotate. Okay. I've kind of right now doing a little research and development on it. And so I'm purchasing random ones and everything right now, kind of rotating them out to see the difference.
Okay, because I've seen you straight, but it's just taking this hair and straightening it like you would any other hair. That's a dumb question. But I didn't know if you had like a straight one. I mean, that would be convenient, it seems like. So what about during cheer? Back then, cheer with a wig, like that doesn't work.
So that was the sad part, was I stopped. I remember doing my sequence of back handsprings down the basketball court at a game, and I lost her. She didn't make it. She didn't stay on, and I tucked my tail quick, which, mind you, that was 9th grade.
Right.
So that was right out of the gate. And so I was like, oop, okay, there goes, hang up the cheer shoes, that career's over.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, look at just what you've overcome. It made you who you are today, and to go out and to be successful. I mean, tons of people go to cosmetology school. Tons of people try to start a salon or med spa and aren't successful. Hobbs is crazy successful, one of the most successful here. So how did you go from cosmetology school to being just a massive, successful salon and med spa?
I think it was all just very passion driven as well, and understanding the industry, and also having huge opportunities underneath the employers I had during that journey. And they just kind of let me get in roles that I was learning so much. And, and I'd have this idea and I'd pivot this way for them and do this. And then, is that I could do this. I think I've got this. I did enough underneath them to know that if I had the opportunity, I think it could be something great. So thank goodness that it did turn into, got a beautiful facility, and my team is everything. So I just think through my network and everybody I met through those years of building, and everything is what's unfolded for it to be so successful.
So how much time was from cosmetology school working before you went out on your own?
About 6 years.
That's not long.
Yeah.
At all.
And I did an assistant program, which I always advise to do. Start at the bottom.
Yeah,
Start
that is great. I was probably 12 years in to corporate world of deciding to go on my own. So 6 years, you're like, let's do it. We've got a better way.
Yeah.
And made it different. What makes Hobbs different?
I really think that it's just the overall experience you get, from the friendly face to the educated, top-tiered talent that my service providers are. The beautiful facility, everything we have to offer underneath one roof, being that salon and med spa. Really gets people, wanting to book all the things. And so, but at the end of the day, it's my team, the people that I have representing me day in and day out and helping me build and helping maintain this level that I want it to be at is huge.
How do you keep a team environment? Because I know each girl is kind of on their own, right? Meaning they have their own clients and they're doing their own thing. So how do you create that team?
We are more of a commission based, so they are like more employees than like a booth rent concept in the salon world. And so we do just have our culture like built in that, like, you are an employee of Hobbs. This is how we treat people. This is, our rules in place. And, there's really no resistance. And I'm very picky on hiring to where it's just, you feel it in your gut how they're going to, represent your name day in and day out. And so I've just been so blessed with the girls that have come to me and the ones I've been able to grow and turn them into what they've grown into with Hobbs.
That's incredible. Okay, Allie Page, let's talk about that.
Yes.
So luxury hair extensions, which just sounds like everybody wants that, right? I mean, hair extensions, I think everyone I know, like, it is very common. It used to be like very few and far between, and there's very few people I know that don't have some sort of extension. So just talk to me about Allie Page.
Yes, I've been joking. I'm like, fake hair is so in, and I started it 20 years ago. Okay, like I started this trend. Where have you been? Lashes, brows, fake hair. Promise you, it's great.
Isn't that ironic?
Oh,
like, how ironic
now that it's just normal. It was things they tried to hide and look natural for so long, and now the lashes are all the way up to the eyebrows and all that stuff. But Allie Page extensions were growing in our industry, and being the business owner and everything, and I'm purchasing through all these vendors, and the entrepreneur brain was just like, there's like, this one has this problem, this one has this one has that, and at the end of the day, it's time to create your own. And so I went in partnership with a friend of mine, Paige, Allie Page, and she is the extension guru. She's the one that implements them and transforms people every day with them. And so she went in there kind of on the engineering side to tweak all of that. I've got the business and marketing side, and everything. And it has been a game changer just within my doors of having this extension line that's just different. The clients are raving about it, the longevity, the beautifulness, the softness, everything. And I just was like, I knew there was something missing in the market. I knew this product could get better.
And it's all real hair.
It
like,
is
for people that don't know,
yeah,
it's real
100%
hair.
100% European hair.
Okay, and then you pick, like, your cut, like you're blonde, you're going to go ahead and highlight it and get it ready for them to match their hair, I'm guessing.
Like, obviously, I don't absolutely customize, but we do have like a coloring. So it's like, okay, you're a dimensional blonde, or you're like a brunette with me. You got some lighter pieces with some darker pieces. The customization is where it's at. Of picking a little bit of weft of this, a weft of that, and blending it all in for the install.
And how long does that last if you have any extensions?
Because then you get it moved up. So as your hair grows, your little weft that was sewn in is going to drop down a little bit.
Okay.
And so you'll come back in every like 6 to 10 weeks, depending on your wear and tear.
Okay.
And you'll get that moved up. But the hair is about a year long, and then you'll get fresh hair.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it's an investment in the beginning, but it's worth it.
Okay, so can other salons use Allie Page and across the country? Like, there's no limitations?
Yes. Website's going live next month. And that's very exciting that that will be available. Right now, it's kind of the, if you know, you know. We have a few local salons already dabbling and purchasing it with their clients are just raving about it, and the stylists are really enjoying it as well.
I mean, if you can have a product that your competitors want to buy,
right?
Like, is there anything better than that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think too, though, it holds like a caliber of like a business owner who's buying hair from all these vendors for over 5 years. And just knowing that there was a hole in the market. And so I hope that they have the best experience with it, knowing that we took it to the next level.
That's so great. I love that. Proud of you for that.
Thank you.
So if, I know a lot of times talking to entrepreneurs, it sounds like, oh gosh, I went to cosmetology school. Now I have this, amazing salon and med spa. But there were some tough things along the road, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So what would you say is something that stands out to you that was a big hurdle that you had to overcome?
I think the most large one was the pandemic. I was only open for 8 months before the pandemic hit. And it was
huge build out.
Huge build out.
Right.
Yeah. And I was finally getting traction and all these clients and all these new employees and everything. And so that was a really big pivot, but it's what took our industry to a level that I don't think any of us even thought was imaginable. I joke that the pandemic made everyone a little vain.
Oh,
they had too much time at home staring in the mirror. They're like, what's this wrinkle? Like, what are my split ends? And seeing yourself on camera and everything. And so that's really created the volume, I think, after that. So it was a hardship, and it was, nobody really knew how to navigate the pandemic. And so... and
you didn't know how long it was going to last. It was like, is this a few months? Is this a few years? Like, what are we doing here?
Yes.
I think that was a tough part of it.
Actually, absolutely. And so I think that was a big puzzle. And it almost too, though, like, I was kind of glad there was a little bit of a hurdle in the beginning, because I was like, this is not taking me down. And so it just like made me really like zone in on how to get this to where I want it to be and maintain it and still grow it, even getting through that.
How long were you guys like without like shut doors?
We were about like 3 months.
Okay, that's a lot of revenue.
And then it was like, you had to do this so many space between people and everything, and then everyone in the mask, and then we're also a med spa to where it's like you got to take off the mask in the treatment room.
Right.
But the funny part was it was a very big the people getting their lips done increased substantially.
Oh, yeah, because
they're behind a mask.
Wow.
So they could be bruised, they could be swollen, like all these things. And so it was kind of really funny the work people were willing to do, knowing that they were all hidden under here, and also wanting their hair to look better because they were hidden.
Right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these days with social media is such a big part of every business, but especially in the med spa salon space. So how have you guys embraced social media, and what do you think it's done for you?
Social media is fight or flight. Like, I kind of feel like it's just, if you don't do it, you will get forgotten about. And if you aren't present and really gearing all your content towards the clients that you're wanting to bring through your doors is huge. And I want to quote Mean Girls, be like, my girls keep me young. But they really do. And so it takes the team. I've got an amazing girl who just really enjoys it. And she's the one that makes kind of our funny reels.
They're great. And you guys do a great job.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, the things that you have to do behind camera now just is silly to me. But we're here for it. And it has been, Hobbs's presence on social media is stronger than ever. And that has been really interesting to figure out the algorithm and everything. But, the people tell you what they want to see. And you see that traction on those certain ones. And, it's really, we're needing to pivot a little bit on it. We need to educate a little bit. My team has so much experience and everything to really advertise more than just us being funny and everything. And so behind just saying we're just the girl next door, we're fun. Yes, it's a beautiful environment and we all look the part, but I promise you'll have a good time with us, show a little personality while educating them.
And that's so true. People want to see the behind the scenes stuff. First of all, what you do. They're fascinated by the industry, also your knowledge, and that you're fun. I tell my team that all the time. We are fun.
Yes,
we actually are a fun group, and people do business with us because we're fun.
Yes,
you don't have to take it so seriously. It's marketing, right? And so I think showing that fun side is so important on social media. But you get busy. You have 1 million clients. Everybody's like, oh, I don't have time for social media. But it's such a great way to get your name out there and people to resonate with you, start following you, and it doesn't cost anything to do that.
Yes.
So it's why not get out there and do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, single mom,
Yep.
You have cute little Major. He's what, 5 now?
He's almost 4.
Oh, 4.
Yes.
Little guy. Okay, so tell me, how do you balance? Because I can't imagine single momming and owning the business and starting another business, and you have something else on the horizon. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you balance?
Just all the time, I'm like, I can't slow down. Like, I just, I think certain people are made certain ways. And, you can't give 100% to any certain category at all. But at the end of the day, it's all for him, building the life for us and being able to support him of whatever journey he wants to go, whatever experiences in life I want to give him. And so I'm very thankful to kind of be the single mom who does have the capability to be that parent figure for him and show him that life, and juggling it all, still to be determined. Every day is a different day, a different struggle. But I really do, once again, building the team that I have and being able to delegate and have that trust that if I want to spend a day with my son, I can. And
which is so nice.
Yeah, that is something that I will never take for granted. And I am so thankful for.
You don't get that time back. Mine are in college now. So it's like, spending as much time as you can in those little moments that mean so much. I mean, you've got to do it.
Yes.
And he could not be cuter. I want to meet him. I've only seen pictures.
No, he's a riot.
Such precious. I love it. So, well, what would your advice be to the woman out there that's like, I want to start something and I have a passion for it? I mean, you took something that was a mess and made it your message. Yeah. What is your advice for them?
I really think that it's, I think ideas and everything can cross our brain all the time, every day, and everything. And it's just like really honing in on, once again, like finding something to where you're like, I keep purchasing this thing and there's something not right. Or, just anything to where you have a passion behind it first and foremost, I think would definitely set you up for more success than just trying to throw little things out there. I think you need to fully commit and get that niche. And what can grow off of that step one is endless. And so I just definitely get a great team behind you. Do not trust everyone. Be careful who you go into business with. And I think it could be successful with whatever you choose to do.
Let's talk about partners, because I actually just did an audio podcast the other day about partnerships, because you're talking about, contemplating marrying someone. You are marrying your partner. Yeah. It is a marriage. Yeah. You're going in and you're sharing finances together. You're sharing all parts of you, your money, your everything, So what do you look for in a partner? Like, what would you say?
I think that through my little bit of journeys with partners, I need to reevaluate a little bit on what all that does look like and what positions we're both in and what our strengths and weaknesses are. Allie Page is such an easy, great one. I've got this hairstylist that's insanely great with extensions. She knows the nitty gritty. And then I'm the salon owner behind scenes. So that mesh just is like a no-brainer, like an easy one. As far as like bringing people into the team to handle like anything else within partnership, I think there's nobody that's going to care more than you at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. There's nobody that's going to respect it, take care of it, everything than you at the end of the day. So yes, partners are great, but just make sure that you are always in the know and that everything's moving in a direction you can confidently support.
That's great advice. That can be a tough one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people struggle with that. But I think one thing you said that I really like is you have different strengths than your partner.
Yes.
Like Paige has a different strength than you do. That makes perfect sense.
Right.
If you're going in it together and you both have the same strengths, it really doesn't make as much sense.
Yeah.
What can they bring to the table that you don't have, very much strength in, and vice versa. So I love that. So this is all about do it my way, right? Because do it my way is really encompassing doing things on your terms. Maybe you didn't follow the norm of what everybody else has done. So when in your life have you done it your way? Or when have you not done it your way?
I was like every day, every day. And that is, a good business owner knows whenever we are having weaknesses and we don't always know, but I like having the people that, do it your way. I support your way too. But I think the do it my way is that you've done the research and development, you've taken the time, you have the years of experience, you have everything to where it's like whenever you're guiding them with the do it my way, it's like, I've already ironed out all the kinks. Here's here it is on a silver platter.
Right, which I love. So let's talk wigs.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's been a big part of what, your life for 20 years now.
Yes.
So you're launching a wig line.
Yes.
So talk to me about that.
That is the ultimate end goal of the entire cosmetology school. Everything is that wigs. Like I was talking about the evolution of, you see my wigs 20 years ago. Woo wee, girl.
Yeah.
Those are rough. And so I'm so excited diving into this and purchasing so many different, they're called like caps and everything, the way that they fit, the material they're made out of, the sizing. And then it's also the nationality of the hair is like huge with like, do you need more volume? Do you need more curl? Do you like it sleek? Do you like it straight? And so diving in and researching all that has been huge. And once again, it's the entrepreneur of like, I keep buying these and they are pricey.
How much is it? I don't even know. Like what would
this one was like $2,400.
Okay.
I was wearing ones for about like the past decade or so that were around $6,000. And they were like laser custom to my scalp. Like every nook and cranny was literally
Which is what it literally, like when you did say that in the first meeting we had, and I was literally staring because I was like, there's no way. That's not a wig.
Right.
Like there's no, like the part is perfect. Everything is, and it doesn't stick up. It doesn't. It's amazing.
She has her days for sure. I'm like, well, we're like a little late today. But, I own a salon, so we get that fixed right away. But with that, I am just so fascinated. The one big hole I'm really seeing in the market for that is wigs are majority made for people with hair. To where they tuck it under, put the cap on, do all these things. So whenever you're bald like me, that material is literally skin on, with the material and everything. And I'm just like, okay, are we going to make these comfortable for the bald girls?
Right.
And that's just fascinating to me. I keep purchasing, thinking this was the right way, that one. And once again, found that hole in the market and I can't wait.
Okay, that
really
is amazing.
That.
Do you think it's going to become mainstream where people are just going to, because I can't think of anything that I like least than drying my hair.
Yeah.
Like drying and fixing my hair, can't stand it, right? If you could just have a wig and put it on, and I mean, I'm guessing there's art to putting it on.
Yeah.
But do you think it will become where it's not just people with hair loss or cancer?
It's already headed there. Absolutely. And I think it's always funny when people try and start a conversation about wigs or something, they always bring up like the Real Housewives, or they bring up the mom from Schitt's Creek or whatever, because she had all these wigs and named them and stuff. And so I already think that people are dabbling, and even clients that see mine, they're like, oh, I buy wigs too, and everything, and they just might want it for the date night or the event coming up and everything. So I already think that there has been a pivot and gearing towards that direction of just fake hair is in.
Right.
It's just
it always it looks good. And if you have thin hair or you have hair that doesn't, you want long, you've got short or whatever, you can get variety without, it's just an easier way to do it.
Yeah.
And I love that. So do you have time frame on that, or is that to be determined?
It's all under research and development right now.
Okay.
There's those projects that are just like the near and dearest to your heart, where you don't want to speak too much on it until it's perfect. And so I'm really excited to get this product to be exactly what's missing.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I can't wait to help people with that. In the alopecia community, it's very normal for them and parents and everything, because you don't know any better. They're constantly sitting there telling you, you're beautiful bald, you're beautiful bald. You don't need to wear a wig. Who cares about the wigs? Like, feel comfortable in your own skin. And I kind of press back on that a little bit. What you feel confident in behind, what you see in the mirror every day, put on the wig. That makes you feel beautiful and you feel like yourself again through something pretty traumatic, put on the wig. And it's just not really, which of course support people being comfortable with their bald head and everything, but I want to pivot that standard a little bit of it's okay to look in the mirror and feel like yourself again.
Right. Definitely. So what is your favorite story that you've had of somebody either getting extensions or coming into the salon that transformed their life? Because looks are such an important part of that. Your confidence and everything else. Do you have a favorite story?
I'm trying to think. They're all pretty incredible, honestly. Even if it is just the small transformation of that thick hair again, that, after they had kids, they just, it never grew back the same. And, once again, looking in the mirror and feeling like yourself again and being able to have those enhancements to do so. My heart really goes out to the younger girls that I get, brought into Hobbs. We've had several travel from like Arkansas, the city, Kansas, Texas.
With alopecia?
With their wigs. And I had a girl at Hobbs who was really my girl that she would always take care of mine and everything. So I have a new girl in training and she's already growing her wig clientele. Pretty rapidly and everything, because it's literally the standard is 50% of people in the world will experience some sort of hair loss. 50%. That's a huge percentage.
That's huge.
And so just us being geared up and ready to make them feel beautiful, whatever that looks like, is just, it makes your day.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing. You are amazing. I can't wait to just watch you shine and keep building. It's so fun to just be on the sidelines and cheering you on and all of that. So thanks for being here. Where can people find you?
Oh, yes. Hobbs Salon Med Spa is our handle for Instagram. And then you can also follow Allie Page.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Do It My Way podcast. If you're wanting to build a personal brand, but you aren't sure where to start, I want you to book a discovery call with me at deidredetterman.com. I hope you are empowered today to do business on your terms with no regrets, hesitation, or fear. Again, head over to deidredetterman.com and click on Get a Quote.